Hey there. Just putting my stories together. Beast. Okay, get your cup of coffee. Sit back, relax. They lay silently on the sofa, his long, thick fingers resting on her inner thigh. He lay on the inside of the sofa, she on the outside, to run and get more coffee when his cold. Besides, he was into his vampire book with lots of young boys or something. The smell from the cigarette permeated the book, and it took a minute to read on the front inside cover. I'm not going to read what it says because I don't want to. Anyway. She got up and walked quickly. She got up and began to walk quickly while the thought was still in her head of the words she needed to write for her next story. He followed her with her laptop to be a pest. His long, dark curls lay on her shoulders as he bent over and began to kiss her neck. He bit hard on the curve, and then harder. She began to purr and tried to continue her typing as he tormented her. You know you can't refuse me. I won't let you start now. Even with his thick, long, mulatto fingers wound around her throat as she managed to finally type out the names of her two new characters. Her head thudded against the carpeted floor. His mouth dug into hers in one swift motion. His free hand removed the clothes from her voluptuous body, one hand still on her throat. His mouth now dug into her left breast, and his other making circles on her to drive her into a wild frenzy. Hold on. More solicitous. His eyes had changed into that red-orange they do when he morphs into that creature. Alright, it's done in his office. He saw her heart beating in her veins, and he bit her neck again hard. This time, leaving marks. He flung her to the bed as if she was some skinny model type. He had the remote to close the curtains, depriving... Of course you did. What, you didn't think you could? It's just like life, one step at a time. He pounced on her and growled, a hungry growl, a white wolf looking for a mate. Clara got a little nervous as Lucian dug his claws into her caramel flesh. Lucian. Her voice trailed off into the darkness. He had never been this rough with her. And they'd had some pretty rough times together. Okay. She felt his long hair on her legs as he climbed up her torso and tied her hands loosely to the old door knocker in the headboard. Lay still, my pretty, he said with a half-human, half-wolf husky growl. She wondered if it was a full moon tonight. Silly of her not to know. Moving forward, madly in love, ready to make love, he kissed her tenderly and stroked her long tresses. He ground his massive phallus into her thigh and drove her into a wild, dizzy state. Is this what you seek, Little Red Riding Hood? He had such a cruel sense of humor at times like this. I seek to have all of you, not just parts of you, my love. Her breath again quickened at his touch. She voluntarily spread her legs again. His swiftness overtook her senses and closed them. You will move at my command, not your own. He teased her with something. And then she felt his hot, wet tongue. I think my time is up. I'll be right back. Let's see, what am I allowed to read publicly? He rolled over and began to, oops, can't read that. Okay, can't read that either. Alrighty, yeah, well, if you were to go to my blog, you would be able to read this story. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a little snip of one of the mini stories that I have written. And today, this is one of my favorites. The Beast. And as you can tell, it's about a guy who morphs into some creature, and they have really great websites, and then he morphs back. And as Lily Prowse finally able to move, the ray of water hit her skin and it seared her open wounds. Let me fix that for you, my angel. He took some salve and dabbed it on so lovingly she didn't feel his touch at all. In his animal moments, you know. Let's see, where am I? She didn't flinch this time. She finally saw the other creature, a black wolf, walking to the bathroom. It licked her hand and stared up at Lucian, and then back to her again. Hello. She looked in his eyes and gave a soft smile. Lucian opened the door for the black wolf. He pets it hard on its back, and it trotted out the door. They returned to the sofa to finish their reading. Yeah, I was really in a weird space then, but it was exciting and fun. Different.